Hi everyone. After watching Jay's video, I just want to add a little bit to that. He did a great job doing a bevel set for you guys with the Washita. I'm going to do one with the Nanawa Artisera 1K Professional. It's this green stone. It's used a lot for doing that. It's a great stone for doing it. Between this and the Washita, that's and I have a Whetstone 1K. Those are the three really I use to do a bevel set currently. That's the only ones I found that I'm really satisfied with doing a good job. So at least I have one natural stone, and I got a couple of synthetics that I can utilize. Actually, I got several synthetics, but a lot of them you have to soak. I don't usually like to wait on doing that. I'm more instantaneous, and this stone here you could just spray and go, and so can you do that with the Whetstone as well. This blade we're going to work with, as you can see, it's a little bit better off than what Jay used. It has a bevel on it, as you can see. I hope you can see. But it's not sharp at all. It's really dull. This is one I acquired off of eBay. I'll go in there and find good deals there once in a while if I can get a nice sized blade and something to work with. I'll do that. This is a Atticus from Solingen, Germany. It's just a typical German steel, which is good steel. So I usually go with that. You can always count on those to be a pretty solid blade. But anyhow, what I want to discuss with you is about making sure your stone is level. There's a couple of ways to do that. There's the traditional way, which a lot of people do, is by using a pencil and drawing lines all through your stone, and then taking your whether it's your stone leveler, where it's going to be usually going to be something like this, which is a diamond stone, and you can level out your stone. I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. When you take this diamond cut stone across your stone like this, if it's level, it should remove all of the pencil markings off of the stone. And as you can see, mine needs to be leveled because it's not really doing that. So, which I always do level them after a couple of times of using them. But as you can see, the pencil marks are not coming off just off one stroke of this, so it's taking a minute. And this is a cheap way of doing it if you don't hone a lot. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to clean the stone back up, repeat what we just did with the pencil marks, and we should have a much better performance this time around. It should be much closer to dead flat. This is the first way I learned how to level stone, and it works. It does a good job, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of money into it. It's a good way of doing it. So we're going to try this again now. And you can see the marks are coming off much better now, the pencil marks are, because the stone is much more level or flat. And you definitely want to start off with a flat stone when you're doing this. If you don't have a flat stone, you're not going to get a good blade. And that goes for all of them. As you progress up, you need to make sure all your stones are flat. And we can say this is probably pretty good and flat now, and ready to go. Now, if you're seriously into making sure it's dead flat, you can buy one of these guys. These are what's called a mechanical level. They're accurate from 0.0001 of an inch. So you know, if it shows it as being flat, you look for any light to come through, and you can see this stone is flat now. And you can slide it up this way, looking as well, and you're just looking for any high and low spots, and we've got it flat now. This definitely will prove it. And if you're doing a lot of stones, a lot of honing, you may want to invest in one of these. They're not really that expensive. They're about $40 or somewhere around that price, and you don't have to go through all that pencil drawing and doing all that to get your final answer about leveling. So we know we got a flat stone now, and we can proceed to put a bevel on this blade. And I'll go ahead and start doing that now. And okay, we're back again on this. So I'm trying to do my bevel set on this blade. I was interrupted, so I had to stop the film for a minute there. Forgive me for that. I'll splice it all together to make it one video. As you can see, we're cutting metal. You can see that the slurry has turned from green to gray, which that's the metal in the slurry. Now, I was always taught, or I was taught by some other people, that you can tell when you're on the right track if you'll wet your thumbnail down, and you'll do a slice. And if it doesn't get off groove, just grooves into there, you're on the right track as far as getting your bevel set. And you know, you're on the right process. Of course, after you do that, it's taking some of the edge off, so you got to put that back on. I'm probably getting close to a bevel set now with this. It doesn't take very long on this stone. This stone is excellent. It's a very excellent bevel setter. In fact, as far as all synthetic stones, this is my favorite one for doing bevel sets. Then, of course, the Washita for natural stones. I have not found an equivalent to a Washita. The Washita is the only natural stone I found that would do a good bevel set. So, you know, if you want to go all natural, that's your way to go. And if you want to go start off synthetic and just get it done real quick and dirty, this stone right here is absolutely the best, one of the best choices you can make. So we're going to look at this underneath the microscope here, and again in a minute. I'm going to wipe it off so I don't have all that slurry on the blade, so I can see what I got, or what we have here. We're going to put this back under here and see if we can get a look at the bevel. And yeah, well, you can see that our bevel set is nice and shiny and looking a lot better. Like I said, these microscopes are just wonderful. I mean, I've got jeweler's loops, but there's just no comparison. I would much rather use a microscope. Just so much more detail you can get into with those. And we'll see about some arm hair if I can find some. You'll see we should be cutting hair, and we're definitely cutting hair there, no problem. Kind of hard. I've almost cut off all my arm hair here, so I have to go back to the back, and it's a little bit harder of an angle for me. I still feel like I need to do some more repetitions on this. I'm going to wet it down a little bit more and knock off some of that metal off the edges and get a little more clear water. I wish I could. I don't do it this way most of the time, like this, single way, but I should get to. Sometimes they get a little heavy-handed. That's what you have to watch out for, especially if you're not using tape. That's why I always tape the spine. I know a lot of people don't like to tape the spine, and of course there's the group that does want the spine taped. It's good to protect it, I think. I mean, it's just not much of a sacrifice. That's my opinion, but you know, everybody's got one. But let's see if I can find some hair here somewhere. Need a few more arms. Yeah, we're popping hair off fine. Ready to progress, really. And I like to take it to clear water before I finish up all the way, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm just getting all that slurry off of here, off of the blade, and going pure water. I'm going to take that a few strokes. Anywho, we're done with the bevel set on this. My main thing I want to show you on this was how to level your stone. Make sure it's flat, because if it's not flat, you're gonna be working at a weird angle, and you're just not gonna be hitting off the apex of the edge right. It's very, very important for every stone that you progress up to that you make sure that it is flat. I do that for each and every progression. Like after this 1K stone, I'd probably go up to a 4K or 5K or equivalent. Most of your Japanese stones, the Sweetas, they are mid-level stones. They'll take you after the bevel set. They'll take you up to your pre-finisher or finisher. Of course, if I was using a synthetic, I'm probably going to go to 4 or 5K synthetic stone next, then to an 8K, then to a 12K, and finish it off there with let that 12K stone be my last stone probably with synthetic. I also have the glass stones by Shafton, which I've got all the way up to 16K on that, but you know, you really don't need to have to go that far. 12K is really going to be good enough to make you happy with what you got. Anyhow, that's all I've got to add to it. I just you know, I'm trying to help everybody learn a little bit, and I'm learning a little bit too. Jay's teaching me things, especially like we're talking about the honing fluids and stuff like that. That's something I haven't, I mean, I know about it, but I haven't really endeavored testing it, that solution, extremely well. You know, there's just so many avenues in this hobby that you can learn, you know, and that's probably the next step for me is working, you know, fine-tuning my lubricants, and I want to start working with kitchen knives and hunting knives and pocket knives and stuff like that, which that's totally different angling and everything, so that's a new beast to tackle. I pretty much have straight razors down, and except fine tuning the details. So I'm ready to move into other territories I have not gone into yet. But anyhow, I hope you got something out of the video, and I hope this view has been a lot better for you. Like I said, last time I had to use a box to stand my phone up to take the video. This time I can kind of give you an overshot of everything and give you a better angle. And I've got some other videos. I've got a 4K video camcorder I'm going to eventually set up in my garage where my bench is, and have a lot more room and have it multiple angles and everything set up. But that's still to come. That's a ways off. That's going to take some time to get set up right, but it's going to be beautiful when I do. Anyhow, you guys have a great day. I hope you got something out of this.